Hi, my name is Payne, and thank you for having me here today. I'm here today to tell you a story that happened on March 9th, 2014. That day was very cold because I remember having my jacket on. It was plaid and it was black and white and then a little gray in there. My parents couldn't take me to work because they went to a funeral in Minneapolis, and I had to go to work early in the morning that Sunday morning, and I work at Chuck E. Cheese on the west side. So that two places were far apart, so I had to take the car. I only had my permit, so I thought to myself, I'll be okay. If other drivers are cautious and I'm cautious, I'll be okay. As I got out of work, I remembered that wind blowing through my hair and the car racing past me. As I was driving down on South Robert Street, I remember seeing SA and seeing Perkins, and I remember driving past McDonald. When I got to McDonald, at that time I was 35 miles per hour. And there was no car in front of me, so I was like, okay, that's okay. I'll just stay 5 miles per hour ahead of the speeding limit, which was 30. I remember seeing SUVs and some Jeeps trying to make a left turn into Kmart. And then I remember clearly that I had a green light and I was driving safely down South Robert. There was a grayish car about the same size as mine, about 3 seconds behind me. And I was driving down. I remember from the corner of my eye, there was a white car on the opposite lane trying to make a left turn and cut me. But then, she was hesitating, so I didn't think she would actually do it. And I was just driving. And as I got closer, before I knew it, she came and drove in front of me, and bam! The two cars hit each other. I felt a big impact hit me in the face and in the chest. And during that time, I had my music on, which was Tell Me That You Love Me by Victorious. But it ended. I used all my strength to pull myself up. And I looked to my passenger seat, and all I saw was my purse. I noticed the passenger's airbag went off too. And the sharp pain in my right face was hurting so much, and I felt a warm liquid running down my nose. And I thought to my head, I'm like, that's blood. I started chewing something in my mouth, and I'm remembering, I don't have gum. I didn't eat. I used my tongue to brush against the bottom of my teeth, and I noticed that my teeth was chipped. I'm thinking, how did it get chipped? I'm the airbags must have chipped it. The impact of it was so strong, it chipped my teeth. So I unbuckled my seatbelt, I took my phone off the speakers, and used all the strength and all my muscles to get out of the car. And by that time, everything was ringing. I could barely hear anything. And I remember seeing from afar a lady going around the car, and she looked at me. She came up next to me. She's like, "Are you okay?" I couldn't say anything. I was so shaken. I only had my permit. I just nodded. She's like, "It's okay. I'm gonna call the cops and find something to wash to wipe away the blood on your nose." And I just nodded. I could see the white car has a shatter window, and her right hood light went off. My hood went up, and the white lady got out of her car. She was rubbing her face, and she looked over at me. She's like, "Are you okay?" And I looked at her. In my head, I was like, do I look okay? My nose is bleeding. My teeth is chipped. I only have my permit. I'm 17. Do I look okay? But I didn't want to be mean. So I just said, yeah, I'm okay. So I dialed my parents. I told them what happened. And before I knew it, the cops came rushing down South Robert to get to where we got into a car accident. I remember there was T-Mobile on my right, Boost Mobile on my right, and T-Mobile on my left. And there was Subway and a new burger shop has just opened. And I told my parents what had happened, so they came rushing. The cops questioned me, and I went in the ambulance. It was the most horrifying thing that has ever happened. And I suggest to not drive with a permit. Thank you.